Okay, folks, as I said, it's to be I am continuing, and look how much black I squeezed out. Why? Because I was frustrated because with acrylics, they stick. Anything that dries, in a tube that has a top on it, but the acrylics are just really bad. You got to just basically, when you unscrew it, you're breaking the plastic, because when it dries, it becomes a polymer plastic. When it's wet, it's a pigment, it's a paint. When it's dry, it's plastic. Okay, so anyway, no complaints. What we were talking about previously was these two brushes, that this one was compromised, not cleaned out perfectly, and in fact not cleaned out well. Okay, so I thought to say that I might just map the painting out with this. But I don't know if I'm going to start with this one. And I also have these other brushes that are small, but they can also do a lot of work. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Bear with me again, and I hope you enjoy even more. So we take the water, and this is our brush pan. So that way you have it set up slanted so the water's always there for the brushes. And no more preaching about the brushes. Let's just start. Bear with me 10 times. I hope you enjoy a million times. So we're going to take a medium color. And so we're going to take alizarin crimson. And what's the opposite of violet? Yellow. So if we take a little yellow, even though alizarin crimson is really a red violet, we're going to take a little yellow. And then we need a little blue. Cobalt blue will do okay in a pinch, and then a little more alizarin crimson, and we get a kind of a mid-tone that we can map out the painting. Even though I wanted to show that because actually I already have pre-mixed colors that are good for mapping it out, but it's good to talk about mixing colors. And that's pretty red, so the opposite of red is green, so we take a little yellow and a little blue, and hopefully a little ultramarine blue, how about? So then we get a more of a, we bring that red more to and then we put a little red in it, and we're just trying to get a mid-tone, which is kind of brown. Okay, so let's say we have, let's do, this is called horse, dragon, snake. Okay, the name of this piece is horse, dragon, snake. Okay, so we map out the piece. We have the eye, we have the ear, we have the neck, and then we're going to come around and we're going to use a smaller brush. This is where the smaller brush comes in, and make another one a little bit further back in appearance. So we have something, it's kind of interesting, but let's talk. No more talk. Okay, so and this one looks more like a legitimate horse. This is what we have so far. We actually may just put a little eye before we turn it over and continue the process down here, which is, we don't even know what's going to happen sometimes. That's kind of the fun, the spontaneity of painting, especially from your imagination, which I hear from reliable sources like Albert Einstein and Shirley MacLaine that imagination is probably the most important thing. It's very important, let's put it that way. So let's say, because if you use your imagination and then you combine it with your knowledge, that's when you have an Thomas Alva Edison, Nikola Tesla. That's when you have, in other words, Alexander Graham Bell, the list goes on. Walt Disney, I love Walt Disney. You kidding me? He gets a bad rap. I don't know how you're going to give Walt Disney a bad rap. I was teaching in school. Don't ask. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk negative. I love Walt Disney, Thomas Edison, Nikola Tesla, Abraham Lincoln, Frederick Douglass. The list goes on of people who I love and respect. Malcolm X. Read his autobiography, which he told it to Alex Haley, and soon after it was written, they took his life. To be continued, and thank you so much, everybody, for your time so far.